Well, hello everyone. I decided that I wanted to do a little reading on my newer release, which is The Hush Language, and it is my personal memoir um, of many events that took place in my upbringing as a child, and it's a big release for me, and I hope that it can really serve as a release for others. Um, just a little side note, I've been, really busy focusing on my degrees. So I got my first degree out the way. Yay me. I'm right now at San Francisco State working on my second degree. And we'll be moving on to my master's as well. And so I'm really striving hard to be the best me, and I'm learning from a lot. And I've learned from a lot of my past, a lot of my past mistakes, past challenges. I've learned from it, and though I'm still dealing with some things, I've grown and I've overcome so much, and I'm grateful for that. That I've been given many opportunities to really um, tap inside of myself and find the person that I'm supposed to be, because that's what it all boils down to, and that's part of our life purpose, is to really hold up to who we're supposed to be in life. So I would like to do a brief reading on a chapter of my book, The Hush Language, and I think I'm going to actually read chapter 10, Mental Mind Game. Okay, chapter 10, Mental Mind Game. And I think I'm going to read this one because it really held true for me growing up of how I felt in the moment. How I feel right now is totally different. My mind frame has really grown, my spirit has really grown, and back then it was just so much that I was in, and I was really trying to grow, but in the midst of my growing or processing, I really didn't want to be here anymore. I didn't want to live. I didn't care to, and so that's where this chapter was birthed out of. And so I'm going to read a snippet, but I do say that the books are still for sale. So if you're at Newburgh Church, please stop by the Call to Conquer bookstore, pick up your copy. Then also you can get it through PayPal. You can email me at spirituallyunique at yahoo.com, dreamloudinc at yahoo.com, which is the publishing info email. And then you can also hit me up on Facebook. Facebook, you know, and we can work it out there. Order your copy, we'll ship it to you, but this is a must-have book, especially for young girls, young women who has really endured a lot in their life. It's a must-have book because it's a release, and I just want to say that I relate to you. Um, and it doesn't mean that your life is over. And so I'm a living testimony of that. So before we begin, let me quickly prepare myself because um, I want to just make sure that I do this thing, okay? Give me 1 second. And actually, I just need to do the lips right quick because they're feeling kind of dry. Okay, The Hush Language. I Scream You Out by Nichelle, and it is a poet's memoir. Chapter 10. And there's this quote that I start each chapter off with different quotes that I've written. And this one in chapter 10 says, "The mind is a mental illusion of our physical being. Know that what you think becomes all that you are." Chapter 10. I feel like killing myself, but I know that I cannot. Still, I have to be truthful about it or else I will. Kill myself, that is. Purpose will not allow me to do it. So instead, I shoot myself up with heroin and cocaine. Syringe in one hand, I lose all muscle in the other. If you look closely, you can see the visible sores I tried to hide, while I pump the needle of fear into my veins. Each day that I become afraid is the same act of taking my life away slowly. I do not understand why I keep thinking about death. It is something that is a constant battle in my mind. It is something that tries to have a hold on me so that I would not know how it feels to be free. Freedom. My mind begs for it, craving for the definition that it carries. On its knees, my mind begs for the thoughts of suicide to leave. Oh, please let me be free from the insanity. Another day, a bottle of whiskey or gin is consumed within me. Shot glasses, one after another, until the retinas in my eyes begin to tell the story of pain. The feeling sets the scene where death tries to take me out. It is a never ending nightmare. The knife cuts through me, leaving scars of a child. Like a cutter, I cut, harmless at first, but then it takes on a life of its own. It grows 2 legs and 2 arms, 10 fingers and 10 toes, a hip and a waist, a chest and a face, 2 arms, eyes, narrowed down to me with lips that bears a voice behind. One cut here, then another one there. I wear long sweaters not because it is cold outside, dead in the middle of winter, but it is actually summer when I try my best to hide the nasty scars they leave behind. Pills of any kind, just put them inside of me. I swallow them with my eyes closed because I do not want to see what happens. Crazy me. It is when I close my eyes that I see everything. Like an addict, I must go cold turkey with my past. The shaking and breaking out in cold sweats are the symptoms that creep upon me in the night. Hard breathing, my pulses quickly pounding upon the beat of my flesh. I do not do drugs, but the addiction is the same. I do not drink nor do I cut myself, yet the pain remains real. The pills are an actual fact, yet I am proud to say that I am still here. Everything that was even possible to happen, I wanted to happen. Every painful thought that could come to my mind was a prayer to become my reality. Shameful, pitiful, consumed in the tears of my past. Every angle of pain was like an abstract painting to others when they looked at me. It was something deep past what the eyes could not see. Mental prison with iron fist bars and hard walls and surface floors. There are no windows. The light stagger between takes of a cold, hard breath. No visitors shall enter the mental prison of the mind. Isolated, pushed back in the solitary confinement of fear, our cards, all cards are on the table. Face up, staring straight in the soul of me, trying to grab a hold of my destiny. What then shall I say, or think, or believe if it is in my own mind? I think that the iron bars are a figment of the imagination. Yet being captive in my own thoughts has a powerful stronghold. On the other wall, the surface floor is my thoughts make what is not real to be just the opposite. Still, there are no windows, but there are cracks. I believe that the flickering lights are a God-given sign that there is light in the darkest moments. But most of all, I say that the mental prison is nothing but a stone that I need to step on. How will I do that, you may ask? Well, I will step higher each time I fall and grow wiser by each tear. I will take the straight jacket off of my spirit to be released singing. There are no limitations to what I can be. There are no more restraints of fear that is binding me. The shackles are loosed, my soul is free. I am no longer repressed by the one I call me. I'm going to stop there because it is a little bit more in this particular chapter, but I wanted to read that because hopefully it will touch someone, and hopefully that someone could really know and see that they are beautiful in the likeness of God, and that um, take each day one step at a time, and that you know the more you continue to strive toward your dreams and your goals, you'll begin to feel like a weight of the past is lifted off of you. And that's how I feel. I'm still dealing with things, still dealing with relationships and people, but that's life. And as far as a lot dealing with the past, I've learned to just reclaim who I am in God and just pull myself into my destiny. Just pull it and say, regardless of what I'm feeling and what I'm doing, I'm pulling myself into my destiny. So, with that being said, I'm grateful you took the time to listen to this. Please forward, pass it on, and hopefully